to be looking at Van Gogh. And Van Gogh, we're going to just use markers. And it could be any markers as long as it's a water-based marker. Like this is just one of those generic little pack of markers you can get anywhere. But you can use any type of water-based marker you want. And then some paper. Any type of paper. I just have a piece of scrap paper here. It could be copy paper, it can be construction paper, it can be even like a colored piece of paper, but the creamier color paper, white paper, tan paper is kind of ones that work a little bit better. And we're going to be working with Van Gogh, and if you go to the Arts and Culture Google sites, you can pull up the MoMA and Starry Night exhibits. And with these, so right now that says the MoMA, and it's in under Art and Culture. And you can find this, and I'll have a link on there to this, because you can go in and visit and look. And what's kind of neat with these ones, instead of just Googling, like Starry Night and Van Gogh, you can zoom in and see these really cool up-close lines to it. So look at this. Look how up-close I can get on here. I can keep going, and I can keep going, and I can keep going. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We can see the absolute paint strokes that Van Gogh did. Heck, we probably looked around here, we'd probably find like, a fingerprint or something if we really wanted to look. But we have all these brush strokes that he had. And if we see here, a lot of it's lines. And with those lines, he did not swirl his colors together that much. He really used solid colors to create those lines. So, here we're going to zoom out just a little bit. And I'm actually going to be focusing more on this section here. You can look at the Van Gogh pictures, or you can go into the Van Gogh Museum and look around for one that you like. They have a really good tour, virtual tour on the Van Gogh Museum. So you can go in and see other ones of his paintings as well. For me, I really like this one. It's nice, it's bright, it has lots of lines, it's colorful. It's just one that I really like. So I'm going to be doing specifically this section. You might choose another section for this. I'm really looking at that section because that's one of my favorite sections of the Starry Night. And I'm just going to use some paper. You can use any size you want. If you want to redo the whole entire Starry Night and draw it, you can. Or you can just pick out a section like what I'm doing. I'm picking out just a section. So when we look at our Starry Night, we saw that it was oranges, yellows, blues. And when you mix yellow and blue together, you're even going to get some greens in there too. So I'm going to be pulling out my colors, yellows, oranges. So I have two colors of yellows and an orange, like that. Or if you don't have those and you want to mix, red and yellow can make an orange, or even if you only have red, you can use red, or you can just use yellow. But I'm pulling, I'll just pull all those out. And then I want I can do green, I can do like a green, and I probably want some blues and purples too. And purple, if you don't have purple, red marker does really good at purple if you will get some blue. So red and blue makes the purple too. But I just kind of pulled out all the colors I kind of seen in that picture. If I look in there, yes, there's even a little bit of the greens in there. When I look at this, right up in here, we can zoom in. That's what's so nice about this. I can see there's light blue. There is just a little bit of these greens. You'll see that now when I put that up there. There is some purples off to the back. There's dark blue. You don't see the orange as much except for right up against on the inside of there. And then you have light yellow and dark yellow. And as I said, I pulled red out, maybe in there with a little bit on those edges where they had the brighter orange. You can do that. But yeah, so that has right there. I knew there was a section that had a bright orange. The orangey red, especially down on there. So you can see right there. Let me zoom it out a little bit. You can see that. So all those colors are ones that you will find in there. And if you don't have all these colors, remember, red, yellow, and blue can mix all these colors as well, because those are the primary colors. So if you don't have all the colors, you can always, as long as you have usually those three, you can mix it, because we're also going to be using water to make a watercolor with this. So I'm going to go in, I'm just going to do that one section. And as I said, you can do whatever section you want. I'm going to do that section. So I'm going to dig almost like a circle, but drawn in half. See? Circle, but drawn in half. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to color. I'm not going to color it in. I want to use lines. So I have some of that yellow. I have, remember I said around the edges, especially those tips. Those little tips had some marker, had the orange in it. right? We had light yellow going around it, so I used my dark yellows. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a, almost like circly squiggles around the outside of my dark yellow. And I'm going to do my light yellow too, because that's just a little bit brighter. And I'm not coloring it in. I'm just doing lines, basic lines. And then I'm going to keep going, because after that comes in my light blue. And that's on my edges, right next against my circle. And then I'm going to keep going out with colors. Now, when you get that yellow and blue together, you're going to end up where those greens are, because you're going to get a little bit of mixing no matter how easy you are with trying to make sure your paint goes there. When he was painting, he's still going to get a little bit of mixing of making that green right where that blue and yellow met. And then we can go out with our darker colors, our blues and purples. So I'm going to finish off, because mine's not a square, I'm just going to go off these sections instead of that way. Look at that. Now, we're going to make this into watercolor. And when I say by making a watercolor, it means I'm just using a paintbrush and water with it. Nothing that fancy. Oh, there's my paintbrush. I knew I had it. So, now I'm just going to melt. So that means I'm just putting plain water over top of this. And as I said, it can be any type of water-based marker. It's melting. Remember those areas where I didn't have anything at? I'm making it into watercolor. Woohoo! This is always fun. And you won't probably be picking yours up to show someone. Well, hopefully not. Let it dry if you do. But see how it's all blending together, and because I'm picking it up, it's swirling out, which is okay, because when I lay it down, I can swirl through. And that is how you paint with your markers. And it makes just a really interesting, look at that. It makes a really interesting picture. And then what's kind of nice with the markers too is that after it kind of dries a little bit, I'm going to make it dry a little quicker so it's not sitting here. I can go in then and take and do my marker lines over top of it in case I want it to be just a little bit more brighter in certain areas. See? And now I'm getting my Starry Night picture that I used markers, water-based markers, not permanent marker, to make watercolor. And I can do that with any other thing. If you want to do your own picture, you draw it up, leave a little bit of paper in between your lines, paint it over with water, and then you have your own watercolor without making a huge mess, because watercolors can be kind of messy. This kind of keeps the mess down a little bit, so you don't have as much to clean up. All right, so that's it.